Okay, so we found the cattery, which is where one of those hunts is meant to be. I think. Kind of stuff. Oh, he's up there, look. Just seen him. Do we have to deal with his little friends first? So yeah, kind of exploring the deserts. Looks like we found our next hunt. Grimalkin. Only a rank C. Not overly worried. Friends first.
Let me introduce you to mine.
So is he more of a wolf than a cat then, maybe? Since these look like the wolves, right? Ow. I don't want the puppies, I want the goddamn big cheese.
And then there was one.
Grimalkin. Just off the Sickle, the road that leads from Delamere to the Jaw, lies a dead-end canyon, into which travellers moving at night are wont to stray, finding a constant supply of sustenance for a feline most foul. With the daytime desert heat ever its own threat to life, and merchants ever mindful not to waste their last shards of crystal on the lighting of lamps, only the monster's demise might save them. You nearly staggered, my friend. Ow, ow, ow. Ow. Okay. Maybe don't get careless, huh? You coward, come back.
Nice try. Nice try.
Ow. No fair, I can't see in the tornado. Savage, huh? Oh. And then he died. Ooh, that was a new one. Trying to get some block practice in here. Think Mark trophy. Not sure what that's for, but sure. 35. Gremlkin hide. Gremlkins have developed spots on their skins which render them nigh invisible as they prowl the arid savannas of Southern Storm. Said spots provide considerable less camouflage when prowling elsewhere, however. Obtained by defeating Gremlkin. Used in crafting.
That wasn't too bad, was it, Torgal?
Yeah, it was fine. What else is actually here, though? Any goodies? Meh. Right, with that then, that should only leave the bees. And there's obviously the Breaker of Worlds or whatever he's called. And was there like an automaton one as well, or was that the Breaker of Worlds maybe? There was 4 in total, right? We've done 1. 2 now. So there's 2 more. The bees and yeah, the Breaker of Worlds. Okay. Let's head back out then and see if we can find the next one. I assume it's in this area somewhere.
Come on. Faster! Straight home now.
Ah, here they are. Really? These things are going to be a hunt? Or a mark, whatever. Just annoying bees.
They don't look happy.
Oh, I can't pull them. That's somewhat annoying. Soul Stingers. A swarm of vicious Velkin has of late made its nest in an abandoned village in the fields of Kovara. And as the hive has grown, so too has its hunger. Already the stripping of corpses of great beasts have been started in the vicinity. Should the Velkin be left to their own devices, the nearby settlement shall surely be reduced to naught with a collection of bleached bones within a 12's moon. All aboard. Things are happening, I think. Easy.
Peace at last.
Right, that just leaves, I think, unless I'm misremembering, only the S rank, which sounds fun. Should be our last one, and it seems like we've reached pretty much the dead end, so I'll just finish searching up here. We haven't been all this way yet, but we'll leave that till later, I guess, because we know the marks aren't down there. As far as we understand, they're somewhere within Rosaria. So let's see if we can find it. Ah, here it is. Couldn't think of what other ruins they meant, but I kind of forgot about this area. So this is just north of Moth's Rest. This is the village we helped the woodworking guy, I forget the term, clear out his home village. And that is a big old... Oh, is it going to be like an iron giant? Yep, pretty much. Atlas. S rank. Better take this seriously then, huh?
Another relic of the fallen. Well, it seems this one has a
The Breaker of Worlds. Urgent notice to all curse breakers. Due to the discovery of a fallen giant in the Rosarian ruins we have lately been investigating, all work in the region is to be halted with immediate effect, and all members are to proceed no further than the village gate. At least the Echo should be awakened by our presence. No further action may be taken without Sid's express permission. Come this way. Ow. This guy just keeps swinging, huh? Oh, I gotta get better at timing these attacks. Ooh. Sandwiches me in, huh? Maybe blocking will be useful on this fight. Maybe. Get him like we mean it. Oh boy. Stay out of the hell reach of that. Yeah, I don't want to get caught in the middle of that crap. Thank you very much. Wait for the stagger and then we'll hit him with the Titan stuff. Ooh, no kick for you, buddy. Okay, you're about quarter health. Let's not get careless, because this guy could kill me quite easily. Backing the hell away from that. Pop up, I don't want to get nuked by something. Oh boy. Oof. Ooh. That hit me. Oh. Give me that stagger, baby. Oh, come on, I got it. You just break through it. Fuck. This is the trouble, I can't see what he's doing. Get him, Toggle. Finish him! Oof. Thank God he wasn't a speedy boy, otherwise that would have been fun. Fallen Iron. I think we had some of this from our first Iron Giant, didn't we? This, however, Orichalcum. There was a time when Orichalcum was so abundant that it was used in everything from armor and weapons to coins and cutlery. However, when the twins' only Orichalcum mine was finally exhausted, the trading price for the noble metal increased tenfold, causing people to hoard what they had, and ultimately making it rarer than even adamantite, used in crafting.
Back to sleep with you.
Yeesh. Right, with that done then, before we head back and... I don't know. Is there any rewards to claim after all that? I don't know what renown we're on. But we do still have side quest to go finish. Let's go... Oh, main quest here as well. So let's go get that done, shall we? Back to Lostwing.
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite, as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village. Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales, and make what you will of them.
All right. I will.
A great justice. Let's go see what's occurring then, shall we?
Hello.
Who do we need to actually... Oh, we need to go over down here, do we? Okay, well, let's talk to the good citizens.
Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I'd better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
If I can figure out how to navigate this place.
Where it is, the Black Shields took a hiding. Some bearers in the open.
Excuse me. Quentin mentioned strange figures having been sighted near the village. Have you seen anything?
Nah, not me, Gov. I heard the rumours, though. I'm here most days, right next to the gate, and I ain't seen nothing out of the ordinary. Don't worry, Any shady characters try and slip into town this way, and I'll soon come running. And shouting, most likely.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, that was a bit of a bust. Who else?
Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scraping metal, like someone sharpening a sword.
Where was this?
In Lorbert's Pass. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it, screeching out from between the trees. Ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me, and I ain't been back since.
I see. I'll look into it. Thank you.
That was all we needed. Cool. Well, that works out then, because we're heading this way anyway.
Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate?
Of course we should.
You there.
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape!
Black Shields. Here.
Oh no. 4 guys again.
What are you doing here?
What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Good luck with that. You realise I'm the guy that killed Titan, right? Yeah, the guy the size of a mountain. Don't want to worry you or anything. Who's casting heal? Come on now. You guys okay in there? Any stragglers? Oh no. Well, whenever you guys are finished, I'll be right here. You guys good? So, can you deal with this healer, wherever they are? Is it this guy? Really counterproductive. Ow! Yeah, pay for that, buddy.
Why were they here? Were they planning an attack on Lostwing? I need to warn Quentin.
Let's jump back and do that then.
Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
I found some Black Shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass. They're gone now.
Black Shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds. Though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and those I care for. And it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare. But if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain. Who did the Black Shield serve now? And why would that person want you dead?
Because I want him dead.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lostwing?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did, in my own small way. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport. I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral. He had my entire family slaughtered, and he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood, my position, the faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him, and slit their throats myself. But the man himself proved an altogether more difficult target. With money and power come protection. And so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice. Our wounds are the same. And our cause is the same. We are comrades. And our revenge is already in motion. We know where he hides, how numerous and well-trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first. My friends and comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
Well, that all escalated, huh?
I'm not going to change his mind.
No follow-up for that? Fair enough, let's get down here and get on to something a bit more lighthearted, I guess. We're building a boat, I think?
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
I mean, it can't be any worse than the Iron Giant thing we just killed.
Anybody home?
Oh. Hello.
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
It's even his name. Cute. Doom. Oh, that can't be good, huh? Now that old trick. This is our very first hunt, one of these.
Too slow.
You're nothing. Yeah, laugh it up. Am I out of that? Silly eyeball.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Eye of the Warrior. Only those who have stood in battle can know its boon and its curse. First-hand account of a sage of Stonehire. Increases strength tonic duration by 10 seconds. Should we go check the hunt board now we're in Noun? See where we stand? 550 I think we needed, didn't we? I don't know what we're at.
Troops amassing
Well, there's an update on there, so we must have hit some sort of threshold. Hey, Nectar. Hey, buddy. Ask about Nectar's adventures. Did I ever tell you about the time I took a trip to the islands west of Storm?
You mean the Iron Kingdom?
Is that what you call them, Kupo? In Moogle tongue, we call them the Smithies, and the strait that separates them from the mainland, the Quench. I was adventuring down Damakian coast when I saw a bright light and black shadows out in the offering, Kupo, so I flew over to take a closer look. Imagine my disappointment when I learned that the lights and shadows weren't busy forges staining the land with soot, but blighted rocks leaking lava. Still, from what I've learned of how the locals treat strangers, Kupo, it was probably for the best that I didn't get a chance to say good day. Fair enough. And that is all the hunts done for now. What do we win?
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back, sir.
The Bearer's Plight. Few are those who would strive to lighten the burden borne by the crystals cursed. But if we are to survive the coming storm, we must stand together. Bearer and brother, as you have shown us. A friend in Northreach. 2 meteorite.
Here you are.
Yippee, I guess. 715. We need for the next one.
Come again. I may have more for you.
I assume there's no more hidden side
What are you
quests that I've missed.
Anything catch your eye? Seen enough?
Yep, I've seen absolutely nothing. Right, let's go find Mid, who I assume is still down in her workshop. And see what other nonsense she's got for us to do.
think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Hippocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
The Tomes it is then.
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Thermal shielding designs. A baffling diagram, made all the more confounding by the preponderance of question marks that blemish the borders.
Shielding for a mithril engine? Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Harpocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
I mean, we're obviously taking Jill. Right.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Jill, you're with me.
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
I'm not sure why we wouldn't leave together, but sure. I'll see you there. Like, pretty much right now.
Now, where's Jill?
Around, I'm sure.
Keep them pilgers nice and chilled.
There she is.
Are those Pepio nuts? I can never tell.
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Bloody shopping trip.
Up! You'll not find a bruised pig. Fresh cuts. Come and get them before...
What can I interest you in today?
Garlic, apparently. Garlic. Elementary elements are the hallmark of classic Zambraquius cuisine. So much so that it is a tradition for the Emperor to award honorary titles to those responsible for supervising their cultivation and preparation in the White Worm Castle kitchens, the so-called Garlic Knight among them. Is that a reference to the Onion Knight or whatever it is?
Ah, yes. Good day. How the hell is anyone... Oi, don't touch anything.
Pepio nuts. The edible fruit of the Pepio plant is prized by chocobo breeders. Although the superstition that it lends a stud bird additional stamina seems largely founded on its blushing, swollen form than any quantifiable results.
Go on, take it.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while? Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive. Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
I mean, I'm going back too. Why don't we go to... Whatever. Fine. I'll go back on my own.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
Let's go find out, shall we?
Welcome back. I hope you two had fun while I was busy helping Harpocrates.
Ah, Clive. Harpocrates has all the ingredients. We were just waiting for you.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Talia how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the Moondew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates. Well, I'd better go and give Mid the good news then.
Yeah, see what she can find us to do next. I'm assuming she's still in the same place.
We're seeing troops amassing at every door.
I think Mid might need some help.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off, my gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
So are we actually turning the hideaway into a ship? I assumed she was making some sort of just boat with a fancy engine. I didn't realise we were turning this thing into a ship. I guess it makes sense. It's already an airship that's in the water, so it's already halfway there, I guess. If not more.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
All right, Clive. Asterix. We'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the Twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
I mean, how fast can anyone leave this place?
Is that the thing Tomes held?
Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry and all, are you? I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obolus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
A request for assistance. My dear boy, my journey to Canva has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of their strongbox with us, but his considerable knowledge of the goings-on in the Free Cities, by which I learned of the endeavours of a certain young friend of yours. Though I for one believe Mr. Telemon's project is to be quite the valiant enterprise, I doubt the Converian authorities will take kindly to the unauthorized use of their dockyards, no matter how deserted. And if rumour has already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guildmasters are rapping at our door. Which is why I pen you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a minute or two. Then I might keep watch of those who might mean our little fellowship ill, and warn us of any impending attack. I trust that you will be giving this proposal your full consideration. Your loving uncle.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in and all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
Sid's legacy, the dust long settled little remains of the once bustling refuge many called home.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these.
So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav.
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.